This is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, did I wake you up?
Oh, dude.
I am so sorry.
Dude.
So our little buddy's got, he's a little under the weather. COVID. He does not have COVID. But if you have a cold, you have COVID these days, right?
Because I didn't get my last
You didn't get your last booster, did you?
That's right.
Dang it, I knew it was going to catch you. Sneak up on you. It'll sneak up on you is what it does.
Yeah, well, it does.
It's devious. So, ladies and gentlemen of all shapes and sizes and colors and creeds and nations.
Identities.
Yes, all of those. We're glad to have you with us. This is Turbulent
Yes, we
Truth.
are.
I'm Gary Chapman.
And I'm Scott Kutcher.
That's him. And he is not feeling particularly
I'll be
chipper.
all right. Fine. It's all right. It's all good.
My mission will be to
Chipper me?
I'm gonna chipper you up. I'm gonna make it happen. No, I think it would be a good thing if you rose from the dead for the show. Because
I will.
These people love you.
I hope.
They do.
I love them.
They do.
I can't wait till we do our first live event. Just saying.
You know what? This could be the proverbial blessing in disguise. I'm betting you don't talk as fast when you're sick.
While I'm drinking, really? See, there's no love. It doesn't matter. It's sick or not. It's game on. Whatever.
No, I have noticed.
No, you're probably right.
There is a slowness
yeah.
in your cadence that does not generally exist.
I'm feeling fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Perfect.
go. Now we can understand you. So, if you're new to the show, quickly we have this that's in front of us, and that allows. It won't be an issue today because he may not speak, but we tend to speak over each other.
Never.
And
Always. Sometimes.
When that happens, we each have the freedom to touch this, and
within 10 seconds, we got to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
If we don't wrap it up,
Yeah.
then we have a baby that laughs at us, and that's very
it's embarrassing.
Demoralizing.
It's embarrassing. Whew, it's a loud baby too, by the way.
Very loud. Yeah.
Extremely loud baby.
Well, he needs to be. He needs to be loud.
Speaking of loud babies, 2 puppies.
Oh.
When you're crate training, middle of the night, 2 puppies? Really?
Yeah.
This was a good idea?
No.
Yeah. So
And of course, I said nothing. I just want to watch the whole thing unfold.
I'm a little punchy myself. I have had more sleep. I have had more, but it's okay. They're still as cute as they could possibly be. Zeke and Sophie, there they are.
They're awesome.
They're amazing. And my little girl is in heaven.
Well, of course.
There is nothing that you don't do for that, is there?
No. If you can make your child happy, you just do it.
Yeah. So this guy and I and our wives have been very active in trying to get a classical charter school started in our county because the Williamson County School Board is communist, and it really slows down a good historical account of America and the whole
Whoa, no, we don't have time for that.
CRT thing.
We don't have time for that. We have to indoctrinate everyone to think the way we do.
That's true.
So we can control them,
That's true.
and we can have 2 classes again. Classical?
You're right.
We can't have good citizens. We can't.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
No.
But we are not giving up the fight.
No.
And we recently found out that the
Don't.
most verbal, outspoken board member, just found this out yesterday. I'm not really sure what to do with the information.
I am.
We could go public with it.
I said we blitz it
There
everywhere.
it is.
Yeah.
No, this dude is homeschooling his kids.
This is one of the main guys on the freaking board.
He's the one
homeschooling his kids.
He's the one that drove the scoring process that called us unworthy.
The rubric, which actually is a guy that has to have a cork on his forehead and stab himself in the face. No, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
The guy named Rubric.
Rubric.
Oh, that's
Rubric.
it. Yeah, that's it. Well, same
Wow,
deal.
that was a stretch.
Oh, well, I stretch from time to time. I'm meds, lots of meds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will refrain from saying his name. It's probably in the lower third right here. But it's just not cool. If you're going to stand for something, If you're going to
stand
say
for it.
we are the best schools in the state of Tennessee, they announce that loudly
All the time.
anytime they get a chance.
All the time.
The county is the best in the state. Okay.
Yeah.
What they
They
don't
are.
mention is that we're like number 41,
31. Yeah.
in the country.
Yeah. In our
So
schools.
you're at the top of the
bottom.
middle of the ladder, basically. Yay! Good job.
So that would be AKA mediocre.
Mediocre.
You're mediocre.
You're as mediocre as you can possibly get.
But you know what? They are excited about mediocre.
Oh yeah.
They are.
Except his kids can't go to that mediocre school.
No.
His kids are at home.
Yep. Can't. There's no way.
Yeah.
They were failing them miserably.
Anyway.
But
And I'm
anyways,
sure he's got his reasons.
Doesn't
and that's
matter.
fine. That's fine. He should have the choice. He
absolutely.
should. So should
So
I.
should we. Yep. Absolutely. All day long.
Somebody argue with that logic? Please,
No,
quick,
no,
quick.
no,
Come
no,
on.
no one can.
Nobody?
Nobody
Okay,
can.
fine.
Anyone? Bueller? No one can. do it.
So, I'm glad I got that out of my system. That's really been bugging
Oh
me.
my gosh, are you kidding me? It's so stupid. When you told me that, I'm like, are you really? But why are we surprised by the hypocrisy of anyone in government?
Well, here's the thing.
Why are we surprised?
Here's the thing.
Seriously.
When I get this angry at someone who is clearly a hypocrite, they're saying one thing, they're doing another thing. It's the same anger I feel when a Republican is clearly a rhino. He's a Republican in name only. He's really not. He's batting for the other team.
Oh, absolutely.
He's deceiving us. He or she is lying to us. Here's the thing. I know that I'm on the path to being godly when I get this angry about it.
Sure.
Guess how God feels about people in the middle. People that can't take a stinking
spew 'em
side.
out.
Cold or hot, lukewarm. He does this. Go ahead, spew your coffee everywhere. No, so don't do it.
Yeah, spew it out.
Yeah.
He can't. You're
No,
either
it's-
hot or
it's
cold.
Just stand up for what you believe and keep believing it and keep standing there. Good grief. How hard is that?
And if your belief changes, be honest.
Be honest.
Just freaking be honest.
Just
We
be
all
honest.
evolve. Just be honest.
Come out.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
No.
Leaving it alone. So there. Aside from our own internal county issue, there's so many things that's happening in
my
this
gosh.
world. It is.
Well, the hurricane. I think it's just wonderful that we're going to, make sure that we somehow politicize that with race and make sure that equity is interwoven. Because Kamala, Miss Kamala, she's got to have it to where that's interwoven somewhere, even though she doesn't know the consensus of that state and who really was impacted by it. Why aren't we just taking care of everyone? Anyone that was impacted? Who cares? Who freaking cares?
For those of you that missed it, current poser as vice president, Kamala Harris, she thinks that the relief that we give to the hurricane victims needs to be driven by equity.
Yeah, equitably.
Equitably.
Yeah, it's easy
Okay,
to say.
not equally.
No.
Don't confuse it. Don't
No.
confuse it. They're very, very
Not even
different
close.
things. Equity is race, gender driven.
Yep.
It's stupid. That's like pulling up on a car wreck, horrible car wreck. You're a doctor, okay? You
yeah.
are a doctor, and you pull up on a horrible car wreck,
And you look
and
down.
you start looking around. It's like,
Oh, nope, he's white.
there's a white guy. Nah, I bet he can afford good health care.
Yeah, he's good. He'll be fine.
No.
That one's a little too.
Oh, look!
Oh,
There's a
there we-
brown one.
There we
Brown
go.
one.
We got one. We got one.
Come
Absolutely.
on. Dang it.
We're Americans first, folks. Come on.
We're
Let's
all
just-
Americans.
And there's one race. It's called the human race.
It
Everything
is.
else is ethnicities.
And we're all running it. And we should run together.
Yes, please.
See, they take pieces of what he and I say.
Oh, they cut it out.
Particularly this setting.
Of course.
And they can and will and do clearly paint us as totally racist. We're racist, we're terrorists, we're homophobic, which by the way, that's not true.
No.
That would indicate I'm afraid. I'm not.
No. No.
All the phobics, all the isms, all the stuff, they do
All
it
the
all.
isms.
And men, why?
Because they have to keep us divided. If we get on the same page, we'll wake up and go, you're out, you're out, you're out. And we'll care about party.
Yep.
We'll care about their morals.
Oh, it's not
and
about party.
You're out. See ya. Your morals don't align with the morals of the United States, and you're gone. And we're starting to see the silent majority show up.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. Because God is king. Jesus is king. He's in control.
He is.
And he doesn't feel like it sometimes, but he has to allow it to happen for us to wake up.
Well, so let's just tick off a few of the things. There's
Take me to Newsland. What's going on, Gary?
okay. Well, the giant pipeline.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Nordstrom. What was it? Is it a department store? Or
I
a
think it is.
Pathway? It's Nordstrom's. I know that.
Yeah. They're having a sale on broken pipes.
That's right. They really are. So somebody blowed it up real good.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And there's not many that can do that.
well, there's a very, very, very short list of the people, and you said it well. What your friend said? There's five
So
countries
there's
that can.
5 countries that really have the true capacity. A lot of countries could do it, but a surgical strike of that nature, this comes from a friend in the military. There's 5 that could do it and probably would do it. Okay, out of those 5, there are 3 that are that surgical that have that. I mean, they can be that precise to do it in and out and do it under the dark of night, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 with motivations to do it, and I hate to, and
them. So, and I don't know positively 100%, obviously, who did it. I would encourage you to go find a guy named, his site is called Monkeyworks, MONKEYWERX.
not to be confused with monkeypox.
No, it's different.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the link there.
You will get something completely different if you.
I will link to the particular video.
Yes.
To where this fellow, he's brilliant, godly guy. I would encourage you to go listen to his teachings as well, because he's
Really?
he's spot on.
Have a look at those.
But he's a complete high level, total nerd in tracking planes in the sky. Like, I don't know if he did it in the military or what, but man, does he have it down. He's got every available source that you can access. Probably some that he shouldn't access. Whatever. If it's in this air, he knows about it. There are ways to go completely dark, but even when that happens, he goes, "Yeah, can't tell what that is. I think you know what that means. Whatever."
Right.
But you should go. You should go watch it. There is.
And he did this on this.
He did this at the exact time that those explosions occurred.
How did he know? Was he just generally monitoring?
No, you can go back. It's in the Wayback Machine. You can go back and see it. But yes, he monitors all of that all the time.
Okay.
And there is a military asset of ours that does go to the spot and circles and circles and circles. And there were actually 2. One of them was a tanker. It got fueled up. Then it went to the spot and then left quickly. Yeah.
That comes out to be true.
I'm not saying we did it, but it's very difficult to watch this and not think that we did it. If we did that, we can't get more stupid.
No, absolutely not.
We're talking about
We're prolonging a war.
global thermonuclear war on the precipice.
And let's think about what the motivation would be if we did it. What is the motivation?
Being stupid? How stupid can we be? Is that it? How evil can we be?
Let's go even more weird.
Let's do it.
Okay?
Go.
So if we prolong or help to prolong this situation with Ukraine,
Right.
what does it take? Who do you think benefits most from that? People that have done dealings with Ukraine, that their kids are wrapped up in those dealings,
Well,
to where everything that's trying to be exposed is still trying to be swept under the table.
Joe never had anything to do with Ukraine, did he?
No.
Did he?
No, never.
I said, "You're not getting the billion. I'm going to be leaving here." And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, "I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money." Well, son of a got fired.
Yeah, never.
He would
can
not
tell by
have
that.
any- No,
Yeah.
no, he wouldn't.
No.
Not a chance.
It's crazy talk.
Yeah.
That's just a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that logically makes sense. If we prolong it long enough, it's literally Ukraine going, "Hey, I'm going to expose you if you don't help me. I'm
Right.
going to expose you if you don't help me." Basically, it's extortion.
It is.
And we're going, "Okay, because we want the next election." It's just, if that's true,
Okay, let's take a short hop over to Iran,
oh my gosh.
where the people of Iran,
Speaking up.
I suspect millions and millions and millions of them are wonderful, family, community-driven humans, period.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there's a ton of Christians
Oh yeah, absolutely.
that are obviously hiding or dying.
One or the other.
But regardless of that part of that equation, these people are standing up and claiming freedom. They are.
Yeah.
And what are we doing?
We're giving it away.
We are paying the leaders of that country to slowly, probably not that slowly,
Erode it.
create a nuclear device
Yeah.
to attack Israel.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So you go from literally restoring Israel to now
destroying it.
destroying it in one presidency.
And you go from being the historically the purveyors of freedom around the world throughout history.
Yeah.
Throughout history.
Yep.
To just totally flipping history off, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, nah,
Absolutely.
no.
Yeah.
We don't care about freedom. We don't care.
Nope.
And they're doing the same thing to us
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding
at
me?
every front. Freedom. Take it.
See
Take
ya.
it. Take it.
Yeah.
So Iran's another one. There was good news out of Sweden.
Sweden? Yeah.
Sweden has certainly gone right hard. That was a terrible Swedish. I mean, what do they sound like?
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
even sure.
but I don't think we need to.
No, we don't need to try again.
No, we really don't.
Because that was a fail.
Yeah.
Big time.
Just glad for once it was you.
Yeah. The most fun of the country reporting right now is Italy, which
Oh my gosh.
full disclosure, I love
awesome.
that country
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
If the world ever does turn right, and it's going to,
Oh, it is. God's in control.
hear me? It's going to. And you get a chance to go to Italy, please go.
When we say right, we're not talking about the party. We're talking
No,
about
no.
talking about morality.
Talking morality for it to get correct.
Yeah.
For good to do what it's going to do. More importantly,
is.
for God to do what God's going to do.
Boom.
It's coming.
Oh,
Promise.
it's coming.
We say it.
It's already happening.
But it's going to get way more visible.
It
to you.
is. It is.
Anyway, when that happens, and you feel the freedom, go, because man,
Yeah.
such a great country. Speaking of Italy, did you see what the Pope did with the grand
wasn't that
imam
just
of all
Yeah.
Islamic,
Yeah,
the world,
wonderful.
the highest ranking dude in the Islamic world, and the Pope got together and signed an agreement saying we're basically doing this. We're on the same team.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We need. And why are they doing it? Peace.
Oh,
It's for peace.
it's always for peace.
Have you read the back of the book? Have you read Revelation about when people start screaming peace, peace? What's about to happen?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, the end.
Yeah.
Well, we tend to take all verbiage, all language, and over time we evolve it into what we want it to say.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we are notorious for as a civilization. But it went from evolving to be correct in the interpretation for the times to now evolving to fit agendas. And so they do it in such a way where they can say it over and over and over, and it's the catalyst for priming.
Right.
And as we all know, if you say something often enough in multiple places, people start to believe it, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
That's called priming.
Yeah.
End of the day.
And
So they have to change language.
you
to do that.
will, no matter how smart you think you are, no matter how diligent you think you are, you will be a victim of priming if
you
you
already
are
are.
not walking with the Holy Spirit.
You already are, and you don't even know it.
If you're walking with the Holy Spirit,
You'll
and
start
you're
to
hearing
see.
His voice.
Yep.
Not only will you not be a victim of
Yeah.
it, you'll become a warrior against it.
Absolutely. You'll literally start to see it, discern it, understand it, be able to combat it.
Oh, you'll see
Immediately.
You'll see the snake and have the ability to step on its head.
And that's the fun part.
Do it.
That's right.
So there's that.
Did you see the North Korean, I think she was like a supermodel or something that came out and said, I don't understand why you guys are doing what you're doing. There was a person in North Korea that promised us if we gave them our food supply, if we gave them our energy, if we gave them all that he would take care of us.
the supreme leader or whatever he calls himself.
Yeah, the one that's in power now that his dad was before, right?
Yeah, and his dad and his dad.
And his dad and his dad. Yeah. They did this a long time ago. She says, and look where we're at, and you're turning around and doing the exact same thing in America, and you don't even realize you're doing it.
Wow. And the only person who ever was able to make North Korea pipe down was... Hang on, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
He was orange.
He was very orange. He was extremely
a wife
orange.
that was very attractive.
He had a big mouth. Yapped
Yeah,
a lot.
very
yapped
big
a
mouth.
lot.
But
his name escapes me.
But the policies were sound.
Oh, good. He did a lot of amazing
Starts
things.
with a T.
Trump. There you go.
Just saying.
2024 or sooner. So we'll see about that.
Or DeSantis. Look, he's a boss on this freaking hurricane, dude.
Man,
he's a boss.
This has got to
The
be...
way he's handled, he was so prepared for this. He's probably the most prepared I've seen in my lifetime. Personally, I don't know about yours, but in my lifetime, he's the most prepared in any incident like this or any disaster, I should say, like this. He was so ready to go.
Well,
80% of the power is back already.
And it's got to be driving the left
insane.
crazy. Because I guarantee you, and this is so sad and so painful, but when that hurricane was bearing down on the coast of Florida, I will promise you, everybody in the mainstream media was going, okay, we got him now.
Oh, yeah.
We got him now.
Yep.
We're going to do the same thing to him that we did to Bush when Katrina hit New Orleans. We're going to do the same thing. Obviously, very different circumstances, very different humans involved.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But don't get me going. But you know that they are just so angry that things are turning around. And granted, it's going to be a long slug. It's going to take a couple of years minimum to really rebuild. If you haven't seen it,
Oh, that's horrible.
it's like Sanibel Island.
And
I have dear friends with houses. Who had houses on Sanibel. They're over there now.
Yep.
And it's awful.
Absolutely.
And at least 50-something people have died. That's horrible. But when you think about what happened,
what it could have been?
Oh, that's a very small number, dude, compared to what could have happened. It is.
And then poor Puerto Rico again. I'm like...
Okay. I don't know how you feel about Puerto Rican statehood.
I just have friends there that they're just, yeah.
How do you feel about Puerto Rican statehood? I'm kind of okay with it.
I'm
interested to see where we're going to put the extra star because it's really symmetrical now. Like
right. I'm more than okay with it, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the history of that relationship, they've earned it. I mean, come on.
See, the Democrats want it.
They act more like we should sometimes.
Well, they think it's a lock that they would have 2 more Democratic senators.
They're not.
That's why they want it so bad. Trust me, it ain't a lock anymore.
No.
Look at the numbers of all Latin people across every segment of that ethnicity.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's crazy, dude.
Just like my friends, they believe in family. They believe in God. They believe in rights. They believe in respect. Come on.
You know what else is going to be really funny? The millions of people who have come across the border, our southern border. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
They see every one of those as another Democrat vote.
Yes. They're not.
No.
They're not.
No. What the devil intended for harm, I'm telling you, it's going to turn the other way. It's going to turn the other way. Those people, by and large, I know there's a bunch of evil people sneaking through. God help us. Angels protect us from those guys.
Sure.
And that's going to happen. We're going to be okay. Yep. But a lot of those people they're just like the Latin friends that I have that live down the street from me.
Yep.
And they're amazing. Their culture is so family
rich,
and community driven.
So rich with everything.
And their food is so good.
Right.
If
you get the authentic stuff, not the Americanized stuff.
We do have have you met my neighbors down the street?
I haven't.
Yeah. The Hernandez family. And they are awesome. Good grief, they're awesome. They're so great. They've started going to church at Church of the City.
Sweet.
They're going to be in our...
You have to introduce me sometime.
I will do it. They're going to be in our community group. And then Saturday night... No, what's Saturday? Yeah. Friday or Saturday. Whenever. Hoot, Scoot, and Boogie, which is the big fundraiser for my little girl's elementary school. Huh? A lot of inflatable things that you can jump up and down in, basically. So Ricky introduced me to a mountain... the mountain's name was CJ. I think it was CJ. Dude, this guy, Ricky's a big boy.
Okay.
He is a large Mexican man, okay? This guy makes Ricky look like Ricky makes me look.
Oh my gosh.
He's this black dude and he towers over me and he's so much fun. He's so smart.
I love that.
He's also going to be in our community group. If there's going to be a wrestling match that takes place between community groups in our church,
you guys win.
Oh, we're going to win.
You win. Yeah.
I'm going to just be on the sideline going, "Good job, boys. Good job." No, it's so cool. I love that culture. I grew up in it. The town I grew up in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. Oh,
was 60% Mexican at the time that I grew up there. So I get it. Okay.
And the point is, though, it was a melting pot. You had their beautiful culture melding into other cultures, and it was back then. It was more about, let me introduce you to my culture, so you're enriched, and I'll introduce you to, and vice versa, right? You introduce me to yours, so I'm enriched. Now it's just like, it doesn't feel like that. It's like they're trying to divide again. Back to division. They have to keep us divided.
Probably never told you.
What?
I was engaged to a Mexican girl at one point in my life.
Really?
I was.
Wow.
Straight out of high school, basically. And she was awesome. She
Yeah.
was great. Her dad pastored a huge church down in way
really cool.
South Texas. And it fell apart when I was going to go down and visit. And I think they've all passed away now, so nobody's going to get angry about this. But I was going to go down and visit her family, go to their church, you know. And she kind of casually said, "Well, you know, we'll get a hotel room for you, because it's probably not cool for you to stay at the house." I said, "Yeah, I kind of get that, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Small town, you know.
Yeah.
I get it. Wagging tongues as they were."
Yep.
And she said, "Oh, and you probably shouldn't go to church with us." I was like, "Really?" She said, "Well, it's a Spanish church." I said, "Yeah, I get that.
And?
Yo comprende, you
Yeah.
know." And she said, "Yeah, they're concerned about what the people will think." And I said,
Sure.
"So, one question: where were you planning on us having this wedding? Where were we going to do it?
Right.
There or somewhere?" Anyway, I was actually a victim of discrimination. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was
Well,
awesome. Broke my heart, but that's all right.
You know,
I recovered.
I shared it with you. I wasn't engaged, but I was going down the road with a very awesome African American lady in college, Carol, and had a really just an amazing relationship. And she wasn't the first one I dated several. I think it's the hat. They like the hat.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look a little bit like Biggie. So
Speaking of rap, we're going to have to.
Yeah.
But finish your story.
So yeah, it's the same thing. Dad,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be my dad. Be an issue, right? Nope.
He was cool with it?
Fell in love with her quickly. She's awesome. Met her dad. He's darker than this, and he looked at me, you know, up and down. And next thing I know, they're having side conversations, and that trip was short.
Bye.
And within a month, we were broken up.
I like
because
his hat.
the pressure.
I like his hat. I don't like his skin.
Don't like his skin.
Don't like his
so
skin.
you know what? At the end of the day, that was part of that culture at that time for everyone, and we've moved past it. And
Oh,
that's the
big
beauty.
time.
And that's the beauty of it. I see so many mixed couples.
My
now.
middle daughter, when she was 2 years old, dude, she came waddling through the kitchen one morning, and I turned to her mom and said, "Okay, first of all, I'm okay with it, but I'm telling you right now, that's the one that's going to bring the black boy home."
Because she liked them.
She was just a
Yeah.
free spirit. She was always
Yeah.
just,
Yep.
everybody, hey, come
Yep.
on, let's just all love everybody.
Yep.
She still is that way.
Yep. Spencer's that way with the Latino girls.
She is married happily to a fabulous black dude that I love.
That's so
It's
cool.
awesome.
That's
I
cool.
cannot wait for them to have caramel babies. All right, we're gonna rock.
Yep.
I'm gonna put a song
Play
here.
us out, man.
Probably won't have time for it all, but you can go to turbulenttruth.com and see the rest of it. We love you guys, and we
do.
thank you for putting up with our craziness.
Yep.
We're gonna stick together. We're gonna burn this thing all the way to the ground,
way to
and
the
then
ground.
watch it come back. It's gonna be awesome.
Out of ashes.
Jesus King. I'm still Gary Chapman.
I'm still Scott Kutcher.
This is Turbulent Truth.
Indeed.